everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft. I hope you guys' day is going fantastic. Mine is going really well. Got my cough drops in, so I'm no longer like sounding like I'm probably about to die anymore. And so one of the first things that I want to work on today's episode is we need a way to get up top here. I've always just kind of ran up this mountain because I got a little staircase there. But I have an idea for a pathway that I want to try. I have no idea if this is actually going to work or not, so we'll have to wait and see. While I do this, I'm actually going to talk about, not a story, but a question I got. So I got a private message from somebody explaining that their life, about their life and things like that, and I wanted to speak on it. So the person sent me a message, and they were saying that, you know, their life is not so easy. And the fact that, you know, my videos help them and things like that. Now, I'm pretty vocal when it comes to this kind of like topic because, as you know, I have not had the best life either. You know, so one of the first things that I should tell you is if you don't know a lot about myself, growing up, my parents are alcoholics. Actually, they still are to this day. Alcoholics, and they're like they're the type of alcoholics that don't think they're doing anything wrong. But for example, I don't know if I told you guys this story or not, but on Christmas Day they didn't even show up to Christmas. They were so drunk, so they think they're fine, but it's really a huge problem. So they're that type of alcoholic, and it's been like that my entire life. And a lot of people, they're like, Jevin, I look at you and I see somebody who's like, you know, full of positivity. Now, why are you like that if you've had such a terrible life? Well, for one thing, your situation that you live in now is going to change. Nothing is going to stay the same. For example, you may be 16 or 17, because when you're younger, you don't really notice that you have that sort of life. But once you get older, you know, once you get into your little bit of your later teens, you kind of realize that, like, okay, something's not right here. Like, I'm seeing all my friends, they're happy. Why am I not happy? And there's a couple things that you can do to kind of, you know, help yourself. One of them is talking to somebody. I didn't really have anybody to talk to for a long time. Now, mainly because I was, let's be honest, if your parents are alcoholics, you're most likely going to be embarrassed. I was really, really, really embarrassed of my parents. Like, I still am to this day. But I've learned to accept that, and one thing that's really, really helped me is just, like, opening up, you know? Like, you would be surprised at how good your friends are at listening when you just tell them what the problem is. Like, and a lot of people won't do that because they're afraid that they're going to get laughed at or, you know, something like that. So this person sent me this message, and they were like, you know, my life is pretty hard. The person's almost 18, but they can't move out yet. And so one of the first things that I can tell you to do for yourself, more than anything, is occupy your time. The longer that you can find yourself being focused doing something, the better off you are. So for me, it was going to school, because when my life, like, okay, when I graduated high school, my parents were decent, okay, but as I went into college, my dad lost his job again. And, you know, things like that. So things were getting pretty bad around the house. That my parents were arguing all the time. And, you know, no matter what age you are, you don't want to see your parents argue to the point to where they're going to fist fight. You know what I'm saying? So occupy your time. So what I would do is when, you know, class or schedules came out for school, I would basically just schedule myself all day at school. Mom would be like, why are you taking all these classes for? And I didn't want to tell her is because, you know, well, I kind of hate your guts, but, you know, it was just to get away from home. So the less you can spend in that situation, the better. Next thing you can do is, you know, speak to somebody. Let your friends know what's going on. And because, well, for one, you know, they might be going through the same thing too. You never know what's going on in their lives unless they told you. So, for example, if you are going through a situation, your friends might be going through a similar situation. You just don't know it. So, you know, speak up. Let somebody know what's going on. Whether it be a teacher, a friend, family member that's not related to the person causing the problems. And I think my third and last piece of advice for you is just remember that nothing stays the same. I used to think back to myself and be like, I'm gonna be stuck here forever. Like, I just never wanted to be home. You know what I'm saying? So like, when the time came, at the time, I would be like, great, I've got to go home, or, you know, spending all day at school, and it was like, okay, you know, something's got to change. Is there a bed around here? Okay, there is. Something's got to change, you know. So with that being said, you know, your current situation might be very, very, very bad now, but just hold on a little longer because it's going to make you a stronger person, one, and two, your life is going to get better. Whether it be you're moving out, you getting a car, you going to school for longer hours of the day to get away from that situation, something's going to eventually change. You're not going to stay in the same rhythm. And, you know, eventually, when you become an adult, you'll notice that, well, for one, you don't ever have to talk to those people again. And my mom always wonders why I never call her. You know, like, I have no reason to talk to a drunk person. So just remember those three things, you know. First off, you know, occupy your time. Number two, open up to your friends. And number three, just make sure that, you know, even though things are bad now, things will probably change in the future no matter what. So, you know, it's only a limited occasion that your life might be bad. You never know how things are going to work in the future. Okay, how does that look? That's a pretty rough build. We might be able to make it look a little bit better, but I kind of wanted to do a natural walkway to that. So I'm going to continue to work on this just a little bit more and make a better pathway up to this, and I'll come back in a second. Okay, so I have built this up a little bit more. Now, some things I'll go ahead and explain what I've done. Cows? What are you doing, cows? Shall I kill you? You shall die! You shall die! There we go. Anyways, now that we have committed cow murder, the cows have been... You trying to steal my car? You trying to steal my stuff? Anyways, we've built this up. I kind of built up the pathway too. One thing we are going to need to do, though, is make it to where I can actually jump up this thing. So I'm thinking... Let's get rid of you. Now, obviously, this is going to take a ton of polishing to make this thing look like it should. Maybe one more right there. There we go. So we'll do our grass pathway that way. Let me get rid of some of these flowers. Also, with that question that I answered in that little story that I told you guys just a minute ago, I'm not claiming to, like, know everything about, you know, like, stressful situations and, you know, with households and family members. I'm just explaining to you what I did in the situation that I was in. And the things that I did and those steps that I took, it made my life better. So I just want you to know that, like, even though things are bad now, don't worry. Things will get better. There we go. So we gotta wait for all this to fill in. And okay, so that pathway will eventually work itself out. This is how I did this up here. So I wanted this to not be even, purposely. If we look at it from the side down here, the only thing that's even is how tall they are. Now, so what I did is I kind of made this like look like it goes back into the mountain and kind of supports this, you know? And then what I did is I braced this one onto this one, did the same thing, and then these couple just happened to line up, doing the same thing. So I'm not sure how I want to handle this back area here. And now I had a cool idea, and I'll run it through to you guys right now. What if we put a little market up here? Like, there's plenty of real estate to kind of put in here, right? Like, we can put little markets or something up here. I don't know yet. Like, that was just an idea I had, you know, because I'm always thinking. I'm always trying to do stuff. But so what I'm gonna do, like off camera sometime, it ain't gonna be right now, but I'm gonna come back through here and just kind of work in terraform at this until I get it right, you know, because I do want a good set of steps. And you know what we'll do for this is we'll use cobblestone to be able to walk up that. So it'll probably start way back here or something. So one thing else I want to look at is how this looks from down below, and I do want your opinion on how this looks. So let me know. That kind of blends in pretty well, actually. Yeah, I think it's gonna need some more work, but other than that, I think it's looking good so far. All right, let's go to move on, guys. Okay, guys, so I've been thinking about this bridge, or not the bridge situation, but the nature reserve situation, and you know what? I think that maybe we were trying to overdo it. Sometimes simpler is better. So, with that being said, I came up with another idea. So first off, for this solution, when we have different elevation changes, maybe we should just pick a steady height and go with that. So for example, maybe right here, because that's going to take us pretty much all the way through. Let's just, I want to build this down just a little bit, but I have a pretty good idea for what I want to do here. I just want to see how this looks as we get down closer to this. If anything, I'll just remove some of the grass. So even then, it's at the highest right now. Obviously, we'll need to. Let's get rid of this. There we go. And you. That is about as high as it gets all the way through. Now we have two options. We can either use planks, which was the initial idea. But now that I look at those, I'm not sure that I want to use planks. I might use slabs. That's a little bit thinner looking. Let's see what those look like. Now see, that's something I could get behind. So what I'm thinking is simpler is better. So something like that. And then, so for this nature reserve, obviously, all of these will be filled in. Because I plan on, like, leaving some wild horses in here and things like that. And I just don't want my stuff to despawn, that's all. So you... Yeah, I really like that. Now, for the fence, same thing. Simpler is better. I think, like I said, I think we were just trying to overdo it is why I couldn't figure out why I didn't like it. So I really like that. That kind of gives it a universal look throughout. And we're definitely going to stick with that. So let me run this down to the edge here. It's going to be way higher down here, but that's fine. Not to worry. There we go. So that's the edge that we're going to start on. And let me go ahead and fill this one in since we're going to be working here. And one of the things about acacia wood is that if you use the orange too much, the orange is going to show through and it's going to be very ugly, right? So we don't want to use the orange too much. I think it's what was one of the main problems. So I was messing around with this in creative mode in a test world, and I think just doing this, hold on, just doing this right here will be enough to satisfy my needs. Build that out just a little bit more. There we go. So grab you. Now let's fill these in. That one's done. You. And I can't do that there or there. But like I said, I think simpler is better in this situation. So this would Go that way. So now we have a steady fence, and then I was thinking, well, how do I want to, you know, keep mobs in and out of here? Simple. Let's just use fences. One row on the bottom, one row on the top. Doesn't that just look so much better than like all of that orange fencing that we had before? I will do a couple more rows just to kind of give you a better idea. But I think that this is a winning idea. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Here, we'll do it all the way out to here. And I like chicken. And I like to have chicken for dinner. Hardest part about being single, by the way, like if you're wondering, like if you're ever going to get divorced, cooking. You never want to cook. Don't order out though, it's bad. I do it too much. So I'm thinking something like that will be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's right, I just went supercalifragilistic on you. Stupid biome change, making everything look ugly. So something like that. That is a super simple fence, and it just flows. It looks good. I think it looks really good, to be honest with you. I like it. So let me know what you think. Obviously, we'll put torches down and stuff too. I do have torches. Do I put torches? I guess I put them like that. Yeah, I didn't want something that was going to be, you know, super duper complex. But at the same time, this just looks good. It's just good quality work. That's all that is. So I think we have our boundaries together. Just a matter of getting enough acacia wood to finish, really. How much fencing do I don't have much fence left at all. I'm running low on the fence. So something like that. And then something like that for the boundary. Not only does that keep with the biome, but I think everything comes together nicely. So let me know what you think about these two doodads. Now, obviously, this is only going to be for the boundary of the nature reserve. So let me know what you think. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Alright guys, we are back at the base. I went ahead and grinded out a bunch of XP. I really want to finish our armor. I'm not a big fan of running around without armor. So, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. Now, I want protection 4 on everything. Protection 4 and unbreaking 3 at least. So, I want to take a look through here and see what we got. So, that could work. Nope. Yes. No. I think our boots already have protection 3. So, as far as armor goes, do I have any unbreaking 3? So let's see. We'll put unbreaking 3 on the helmet because we can put respiration on there. Was there any other helmet? I guess respiration was the main one that I wanted. Unbreaking 3, protection 3. So then we would need mending. Do I have mending on this one? I have mending on that one. And then we'll need a chest plate as well. So we're going to need to put those on there. And then we'll need to make a chest plate. And then we'll need to finish feather falling 4 on the boots. So first off, I wonder how much XP is it going to cost for that. So protection 3, unbreaking 3, or protection 4, unbreaking 3, mending. Those are now repairable. Fantastic. The helmet has protection 4, which means it just needs some breaking. And we're also going to put mending on there. So I mean, as far as like everything that we need for a good set of armor, this one still needs feather falling, but we really need a chest plate. So let's go ahead, and I don't want either of those. Can we combine these together? Yeah. Let me grab some lapis. You and you. So fire protection. It's gonna do that to me, huh? I see how this is gonna go. I see how this is gonna go. Okay, let's make another one. I really don't want to waste a bunch of diamonds, but whatever we don't use, we'll put into our future armory. Fire protection again. Oh god, don't do this to me, game. There we go. Oh my god, terrible enchantments. These are so bad. Why are you doing this to me? I am your friend. Love me. It doesn't like me, guys. Okay. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not gonna sit here and be enchanted all day. Oh my god, I cannot get a protection on these chest plates. Let's try it again. I'm not gonna stop until I get it. Let me go. I think I'm out of lapis. Maybe not. Maybe so. Wow, I can't believe we used all that lapis. There we go. More lapis. Okay, let's try this again. Woohoo! It's protection 3 though. This game hates my guts, dude. Hates my guts. So, do we have a protection 3 book in here anywhere? No, no, no. We have a ton of protection 1 books. Don't have any books in there. Tool enchants. Protection 1. I guess I'll take all the protections and add them together. Okay. You. We'll need mending. You. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. Protection 2. Don't want mending. No. Protection. Protection 2. There we go. Protection 3. Protection 4. Unbreaking 3. Mending. Yes! No, my anvil! Rip anvil! Do I have, Okay, well, we gotta make another anvil. Good thing I got like zillion points of XP. That would have been bad. One more. Alright, let's make another anvil. There we go. Now, the only thing we are missing, let's see. Protection 4, Respiration, Unbreaking 3. So helmet's good. We can breathe underwater. Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending. So these all repair. That repairs itself. Then we've got Depth Strider. The only thing we're missing is Feather Falling. Stupid books. I wish I had Feather Falling. I want Feather Falling. I'm gonna probably have to go get more enchantments or more XP and come back, and then we will try to get Feather Falling because I want to finish up the XP or the enchantments today. So let me go get some more XP and I'll be right back. Right, I got 55 more levels, so we are going to need more diamonds. Do I have diamonds over here? Negatory. Okay, I'm gonna have to tap into my diamond supply here. Man, I'm running out of diamonds. I'm gonna have to go get more. Life is over right now. Let's craft 3 more sets. That'll give us 4 in total. Now you. I literally do not care. That one's already enchanted. What is on it, as long as it has Feather Falling. What in the world? Okay, this game really does hate my guts now. What's the deal, yo? Making me waste my diamonds here. That doesn't fly with the big dog. Oh my goodness. Why do you do this to me? Will you not love me anymore? Oh my god. The worst enchantments ever. Okay, I'm gonna make... well, technically we can only do 2 more, so... Alright, well, here we go. Oh my god. Nothing, man. Nothing at all. And, I guess, like, I could just do a couple lower level ones here. So we'll do... Still, it's just giving me Depth Strider, like, over and over again. This game hates my guts. It never fails. Oh my god. Alright, I'll craft 1 more pair. I just want feather falling. That's all I want. Can a brother get feather falling on his boots? Nope. Alright, well, as far as armor goes, we are pretty much set in the ways of armor. Besides that stupid feather falling, we should be pretty protected. Now, anytime we ever need to repair ourselves, we just go collect some XP, and we'll be good to go. Alright, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode today. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Thank you for stopping by. And you know what they say, guys. I love you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. This is iJevin. Peace out.